then you will be facing the cash crunch, liquidity. Okay. So, what is the final answer for this then? Unanticipated withdrawals and non-renewal of deposits. This will lead to, this is basically the answer, embedded option risk. These risks are separate: strategic risk, call risk, systemic risk. These are separate. Strategic is the long-term business risk. You are not able to think for the future business. Strategic risk. Okay. Systemic risk. Systemic risk is basically failure of the entire banking system because of the failure of one bank, because there are interlinkages between the banks. One bank issues the bonds, those are purchased by other banks. Debentures, they issue the debentures, those are purchased by other banks. So if this bank fails, the other bank's bonds become zero. That is systemic risk. So embedded option risk means whenever you want, you can withdraw the deposit or close the loan. Okay. A prerequisite for establishment of an effective risk management system is the existing of robust MIS. What does MIS stand for? The easiest question, easiest. You can't have a question easier than this. Yeah. Manual integration, manual information, management info systems and management integral systems. This everyone should know. At CAIIB level, everyone must know this. Yeah. Management information system. Just to give you some idea about MIS, kindly note. MIS is not a single term. Whenever you speak of MIS, it has various components. Okay. It can be DESS, Decision Support System. It can be EIS, Executive Information System. EIS, Executive Information System. Okay. Or it can be TPS, Transaction Processing System. Means here, any which ways, the information is passed on to the management online. That is known as MIS. Many things are there. It can be related to each and everything. Even MKIS, Marketing Information System, that is also a major component in MIS. MKIS. There is ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, that is also part of your MIS. So basically what does it mean? MIS is not a single term. It includes multiple components. Okay? Need to compensate for non-receipt of expected inflows of funds is called as expected inflows. The funds which I want, I was expecting to come, but they have not come. Why will this happen? Funds which I was expecting but not come. Why will this happen? This will happen because any reason? Why will this happen? This will happen because NPAs, if there are more NPAs, okay, if there are more NPAs, then this problem will arise. The interest which I am expecting to get refunded, that interest will not come to me, okay, because of these NPAs. So that will lead to what? Funding risk, time risk, call risk, liquidation risk. See here, you can have multiple answers for this, multiple answers. I'll give you one more option, E, that is A and B. This can also be one option. Funding risk, time risk, call risk and liquidation risk. Compensate non-receipt of expected funds. See, what is funding risk? Expecting the funds, not getting it on whenever I require it. What is time risk? Same. I am not getting the funds when I require them. So roughly they are parallel or connected to each other. Call risk, I told you earlier also that the issuer can withdraw that bond anytime. That's called as call risk. Liquidation already we have discussed. The credit assessment exercise should be repeated This you must know. Let me see. The credit exercise assessment exercise should be repeated what is the duration? Is it annually? Is it once in 3 years? What do you think? So, the answer for this is the credit risk exercise assessment should be repeated biannually, annually, once in 3 years. I'll tell you directly the answer. It is biannually. Okay? It is biannually because this is to be remembered. There is no logic to this. Okay? It is told by RBI, so do it. Okay? Biannually. Which of the following statements is or are correct regarding the loan review officers? Loan review officers. Okay? Loan review. Who does the review of the loan? Now, one more point about this. See this earlier question. This credit risk assessment is done biannually, but some of you might think that do we mean to say that the credit rating has to be done biannually? No, that is different. This is credit risk assessment, means assessment of the loans. But ratings are done generally monthly nowadays. The CIBIL is given monthly. Okay, and in some cases quarterly for big companies. Okay, so that is different than this. Okay. So which of the following statements are correct regarding loan review officers? He can be a fresher without any expert knowledge on credit appraisal. Fresher. He should be well versed. Now see this word he, actually feel he or she. Okay, it should be he or she, isn't it? So he or she can be fresher. He or she can be should also be well versed in the relevant laws, regulations that affect lending activities. Independence of loan review officer should be ensured. So which one of them is correct? He or she should be a fresher. Can you put any fresher? Go and do the loan review. What is loan review officer? Loan review officer means basically you are reviewing not the customers, you are reviewing your process. It's an audit of the system process. You are not auditing the customers over there, loan customers. You are auditing the systems. So can anyone be the fresher? No. Okay, so this is out. Well versed with the relevant laws and regulations that affect the lending activities. That is correct. Experienced person. Independence should be ensured. Independence of loan review officer should be ensured. So it is, obviously it should be ensured, isn't it? So answer is B and C. B and C. Got it? The crystallization of contingent liabilities and inability to undertake profitable business opportunities when available is called as funding risk, time risk, call risk, and liquidation risk. Crystallization of contingent liabilities. Crystallization means what? You have issued a guarantee. Guarantee is issued by you. Now that guarantee, when it is issued by you, okay, this guarantee comes for payment. That's called as crystallization. That guarantee comes for payment. So in that case, what do we do? That is known as crystallization. Now this means that whenever such thing happens, then this is called as which risk? Funding, time, call, or liquidation. Now what is call risk? I'll specifically speak about call risk because funding already I have spoken, time risk I have spoken, liquidation told you. Call risk I have given you the idea that whenever the issuer calls back the bonds, okay, that is called as call risk. Same thing happens with LCs. Calls back. Here you are calling back for payment. So that is called as call risk. Here, whenever anything comes for payment, whenever, suppose if I issue you the bond and I call them back for payment. So what am I doing? I am guaranteeing you that you give me that bond, I'll give you that payment. What are you doing in crystallization of guarantees? I am telling you that you give me that guarantee either because of your non-performance of that client, and I'll give you the payment. Isn't it? Call risk. So, contingent liabilities, crystallization of contingent liabilities and inability to undertake the profitable business is called as call risk. Okay? Which of the following are issued for a tenure less than 91 days to meet the temporary cash requirement of the government? 91 days. Commercial paper, cash management bills, treasury bills and CDs, certificate of deposit, which are issued for less than 91 days. It is less than 91. So these are CMBs. Kindly note, there are three different classifications. Okay. Number one, less than 91. Okay, 91 to 364, 91 to 364 and beyond 364. Okay, less than 91 is called as CMBs, cash management bill. Okay, CMBs. 91 to 364 is called as T-bills. Greater than 364 is called as bonds. Okay, generally, or these are called as dated securities. Dated, okay, securities. So CMBs are for short-term funding nature, very short-term. Okay, that is CMBs. Got it? ABC Limited has risk-weighted assets. If the credit and operational risks 500 crores, market risk is 200 crores, paid up capital is 100 crores, free reserve is 200 crores, PNCP, perpetual non-cumulative preference share is 300 crores, provisions for contingencies is 100 crores, revaluation reserves are 200 crores, subordinate debts are 100 crores. Calculate the total capital of this ABC Limited. Okay, calculate the approximate capital of ABC Limited. Now, capital includes what? You want only capital. You don't want anything else. Only capital. Capital includes what? Capital equals to T1 plus T2. Tier 1 plus Tier 2. Okay. Tier 1 means what? It's called as free reserves. What is free reserve? Going concern. Free reserve means what? This. Where you don't have to pay any interest. Okay. So, you want only capital, huh? Tier 1 capital. You don't want any CRAR, you don't want any RWA, nothing. You want only capital. Very simple problem. What is the part of Tier 1? Firstly, Tier 1 part is firstly paid up capital, paid up. Then second, free reserves, we call it R&S, reserves and surplus. Okay. Then PNCP, now PNCP is there. There are others as well, paid up, free reserves, net profit. Okay, and revaluation reserves, are they given? Yeah, revaluation reserves are given. So paid up, R&S, revaluation reserves. These are a part of CET1, reval reserves. Okay, revaluation reserves. And last one is net profit, but that is not given over here. Is it given anywhere? No, not given. So take only these three. These are the part of CET1. After this, after CET1, you have PNCP, means 81, additional tier 1. So 81 is additional tier 1. So that is PNCP. Where is it? Is it given? PNCP? Yeah, it is. Perpetual non-cumulative preference shares. So that is given. Then what? Anything else? IPDI given anywhere? Innovative perpetual debt instruments? No. right? In tier 1, you have only PNCP. So add this. Paid up capital is what? Paid up. What is it given? Paid up capital 100. Free reserves is 200. So 100 plus 200. Okay. Then what? Revaluation reserve. These are taken at 55% discount. So these will be taken at 45%. So what is the 45% for this? See this. Let's calculate this. Let's do this 100. Paid up is, let me remove all these things. Let me directly write it. See this. Tier 1. It is 100. 100. Then free reserves 200. Then revaluation reserves. This I'll mark it separate over here. 200 into 45%. 200 into 45%. We are taking it at 55% discount. So that is 90 crores. Okay. So 90 CR is my revaluation reserves. RR I'll write it. RR. So 3 are done. So what is the total of CET1? 100 plus 200 plus 90. So 390. So CET1 is CET 290, 390, no? 2 plus 1, 3, 390. 390. CET1 is 390. Okay? CET1 is 390. Got it? Then PNCP. PNCP is what? 300. So 390 plus 300. Take it as it is. So it is 690. So your tier 1 capital becomes here 690. T1. T1 equals to 690. Now T2. In T2 is a paid capital. So what do you have in T2? Provisions for contingencies. This. Preference shares. No, this is gone. So this is gone. Then what? This market risk and everything, this is of no use to you right now because these are used in RWA calculations. Here we are not asked RWA. Okay, we are only asked capital. So, where is it? Provisions for contingencies, 100. Contingencies plus what? Contingencies, then revaluation reserve gone, subordinate debt. Subordinate debt. Okay. So these. What are provisions for contingencies given? 100 crores. So 100. 100. Plus subordinate debt is, what is this? Debt 100. Okay. There's a catch. Let's see. Is this answer right, everyone? Isn't it? Is this right answer? There's a problem in this. What is this? See this. Provisions for contingencies. There are the rules for this. The rule for this is this. When I said for calculating RWA, the rule is 1.25% of RWA or given figure, whichever is less. 1.25% of RWA or given figure, whichever is less. I'll write it over here. Let me bring in a new slide if it's there. Hold on. Yeah, there is a new slide. See this. So, this is an important term in tier 2. Provisions for contingencies. Contingencies. So, that is equal to 1.25% of RWA or given figure, whichever is less. Here, given figure is 100 or 1.25% of RWA. So, which is that? Now, what is RWA? RWAs are of 3 types. RWA, credit plus market plus ops. These are the 3 types of RWAs, right? Credit plus market plus ops. So what is an RWA given? Here in has risk weighted assets of 500 crores and market risk of 200 crores. It's given over here. Already they have given the RWA. I thought have they given this what? capital charge. No, they have given directly RWA. So 500 and 200. Okay, 500 and 200. So this is directly they have given the RWA. So add these. So it is credit plus market plus ops. Here, credit and ops together is 500 and market together is 200. Single market is 200. So 5 plus 2, 700. So that is equal to 700 CR. But 1.25% of 700. So what is the answer? 1.25. It's very less. Okay, 1.25% of 700. What is the answer? Do it. Let me also try it. Everyone, 1.25% of 700. What is the answer? (1.25 upon 100) into what? 700. 700. So it's very less. 8.75 crores. Right? So it is 8.75 crores. So this into 1.25%. So it's equals to 8.75 CR. Whichever is less now, this and this, whichever is less. So your answer will be 8.75. So in this figure, say this, instead of this 100, you will take it 8.75. Okay? So what is the answer then? Tier 2 capital. 100 plus 8.75. So that is equal to 108.75. 108.75. So this is over. Yeah. So the total capital of this ABC Limited, total capital of ABC Limited is 690 plus 108.75. Now add this. 690 plus 108.75. So it is 798.75. Okay. So answer is 798.75. Okay. 798.75. This is my total capital. Okay. Got it, everyone? Move on. So now, before going, everyone, kindly join the batches immediately. Say this. Always go through the app. Always join the Adda 24/7 batches through the app. In the app, you are getting 1% extra. Okay? You are getting 1% extra. So always go through the app. You can join the Mahapack directly. See this, CAIIB Mahapack 2.0. CAIIB Mahapack 2.0. Videos, ebooks, mock test, online live classes, everything you are getting. And importantly, 15 plus batches per subject. So 15 plus means what? That many times revision. Go for it immediately. And you are getting along in this Mahapack, along with these batches, you are getting mock tests and ebooks. Ebooks are to the level of chapter wise. Mock tests are to the level of chapter wise. Isn't it? So, this is a cherry on the cake. So, join this immediately. Okay? Mahapack is the best tool right now. But for that joining, remember, never forget the code. Y432. Okay? Click on enter. Look at this. 77% discount you get plus 1% extra through the app. 78%. Okay? Net 78% discount you are getting. So use thing, isn't it?